guys, so this is a step-by-step. Hi guys, this is a step-by-step of my teacher's example for the logo project. This was a sketch that I made before I really put anything down, and I sort of had to figure out what the measurements were for the couch because this is slab construction. And also kind of thinking about where in the M I'd want the couch to be. So this is my M, or McDonald's logo, that I'm going to call an M from now on, that I drew in Illustrator. You can use anything, you can use a sketch, doesn't really matter. But I used it to make a template and to show you the finalized form. Here it is. So you can see it consists of really 3 walls, really. So you have this McDonald's M wall in the front, another one in the back, and then this ribbon that sort of wraps around the periphery of it. And this is not the finalized logo. As you can see, there are some textures, or some texture here along the edge. This was a portion of the process where I was smoothing out. So in order to do that, I used a serrated rib, and I made crisscross shapes, and you can use the back of it then to kind of even out the texture. And if you don't know where your serrated rib is, or don't know what it is, here it is. It's this one right here. Not this one, this one. Okay, so how did I do that? The first thing I did was make a bunch of slabs. I think I made about 7, and they're about half an inch to maybe a little bit thicker than 1/4 of an inch thick, using the slab roller. And the slab roller is a pretty dangerous piece of equipment if you don't know what you're doing. So if you need help, if you've never used a slab roller, just ask me to show you. I'd love to demonstrate it. Otherwise, you could really crush one of your fingers. So with the slabs, I made a little paper template of my M logo using a piece of construction paper, and I just traced around it with a needle tool, and it's pretty much cut it out of the slab. And here I have it, and all along the edges I'm going to score it. You can use the serrated rib, but in this case I think I just used my needle tool. And then, let's see here. There's also this piece of equipment. I don't know what this is called, but it's pretty useful. So I did this with all of the walls of the M logo, and including this in-between wall. It's just about a ribbon that's about 1 inch wide, and I have scored the edge of it. And now I'm going to wrap it around the edges of the McDonald's logo, and as you can see, there's just a lot of scoring, and that just makes it dry as one piece of clay. Here we have it. Then back to this. So we have something like this. The next step, after it hardens a little bit, is just smoothing out the edges with the serrated rib. And that's that. Let it dry. So now we're going to work on, let's see if I can find it. We're going to work on the couch. And I decided that I wasn't going to use the backrest as I had drawn it, that I was just going to make I think it was about a half inch to, yeah, it was a half inch thick backrest. This is all solid, but this part right here is hollow. So we're making a slab box with one solid slab attached to it on top for the backrest. So making the box, again, you have to start with the template. You got to know your measurements and cut them out of the slabs using your needle tool. You get all the different walls. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is bevel. I'm going to bevel all the edges. It kind of looks like a Kit Kat bar. It goes in at a 45-degree angle. And the way that we bevel it is by using a needle tool and a straight edge, and I decided to use a pencil. So you just want to hold it against that pencil edge and have the needle come out of the slab at a 45-degree angle, and you want to make sure that you can see that needle. Okay. How do I turn this off? There. And you want to drag it across the length of the pencil, and of course making sure that you can see your needle until you get something like this. You do it to all four edges. Then you're going to score it and attach the walls together, okay, and make a coil and make sure you press it in there and make it extra strong. Have something like that. And there we go. So instead of making that nice plush backrest, what I did instead was make pillows out of squares of slabs. And it's super easy. You're just doing the same thing that we did with this, only in a square shape. And to get that curve you see there, I just sort of like folded it up when it was a little bit, like not quite leather hard stage, and it kind of kept its shape. And then I got two of them and pressed them together, pinched the sides until I got these little pillows. Now, if you do have anything with like that encloses air, you want to make sure that you put a hole in it to let air escape so there's less of a chance of it exploding. And what I've decided to do instead of, let's see, this, I decided to make the couch look like a hamburger. So here we have a cheese form, some lettuce, French fries, and all the good periphery of all the good paraphernalia of a really happily lazy person indulging in McDonald's. I can't say it's not delicious. I love McDonald's. Anyways, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. And this is unfired. We'll talk about glazing later. Okay then.